What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Ichiban Kuji tier list with myself, Matt, Matches Peaches, and my good buddy, Brian, TattedCharizard. Brian, say hello to the people. Brian, say hello to the people. Alright, so today you guys asked for us to do Back to the Film as an Ichiban Kuji, which was voted on my channel. I put up a poll.
I peeked on your end, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did peek. I thought you were silent the whole time.
No, you'll see that on your end, bro.
Oh my god. So obviously we're doing this over Discord. So I did not hear what Brian said. But anyways, you guys wanted us to do Back to the Film as an older Ichiban Kuji while we're waiting for History of the Film to come in. I'm still waiting for it to get here in the mail. It should be here in the next week or so. So reviews for that set, which is a sequel to this set, will be up soon. But yes, we are doing Back to the Film. This has been probably the most popular set that I reviewed last year. For good reason. It has a lot of cool characters in it that we don't see before. It's based on a lot of Dragon Ball movies, which is super cool. And yeah, I think it was also very controversial at the time because there were a bunch of quality control issues, and me and Brian went back and watched some of my older views on these, and it was very interesting just because I feel like some of my views of these figures has changed over the last year, and I also noticed my editing skills. How would you rate my editing skills from a year ago?
I mean, compared to your talking skills right now, bro, I mean, definitely, well, those are pretty bad too right now, but...
thanks, Brian.
No problem, buddy.
I'll remember that, Brian.
Yeah, I bet I will too. I'll remember that in our first, when you attacked me gruesomely for no reason.
Show the clip. Show the clip.
Flashback. End of flashback.
But anyways, yeah, we're here. But before we get into the tier list, guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I make a new video. I try to upload at least once a week. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and of course, let's see your thoughts on this Kuji down below in the comment section once we're done ranking everything. So, as always, our lists might be a little bit different. I will do my best to try and show some visual differences between my list and Brian's list. Brian might have completely different opinions than me. We don't discuss our opinions on this stuff prior. I mean, technically I do because I have whole reviews on this stuff. So Brian kind of has like an edge on me to surprise me. But
oh, he rated this? No.
But again, my opinions on some of these has changed since I reviewed them. Yeah, that's right. I'm sneaky like that.
Why'd you get all country on me?
yeah, brother.
Hey, brother.
But yeah, before we get into this, Brian, do you have anything that you'd like to say or open up with?
You're gonna love the way I started this video. That's all I gotta say.
Oh God. But you know what? Just for that, why don't you start and put your figure first? I'll let you start with 8th place.
Oh, okay. So no throwing it in my face. This is my channel.
Nope. I'll let you start, and then I'll tell you how wrong you are because your opinion is terrible.
Okay, so we're gonna switch it up on this one. We're gonna go from best to last. Just kidding.
Is that what we're doing?
Okay. Curveball. Okay, so kicking off our list for 8th place, we have just pick either one of those super Broly's, the really veiny ones. Yeah, just either one will go. Yeah, there you go. You know how we're kicking this list off.
All right. We're on the same page. I agree. But Brian, why does the King Cluster Broly deserve to be in last place?
Because, dude, he looks weird. I do not like the way he looks. Like, cool. Yeah, his hair looks cool. His like ba ear is okay. But dude, he just looks weird. Like the whole veiny aesthetic they went for him. If they wouldn't have had that, I think he would be way higher on this list. Because I love this iteration of Broly much more than I do the
Z
original Broly. Yeah, the Z Broly. I love Super Broly way more. I think he looks a lot cooler. I like his background and the fact that he doesn't run around going Kakarot! Yeah, I love that we don't have that. Like, why does he hate him so much? Because he cried so much. Like that, I hated that. I was like, what? Like the abridged version, the Team 4-star adaptation of that movie was hilarious, where Vegeta was just having like a mental breakdown, like, he's so badass, but he's so dumb, but he's so badass. Like, it just, they nailed that. I was like, that's literally like the whole fandom right there. Like, honestly.
Big facts.
But, so the whole veiny look, like I said, if they wouldn't have did that, he would look way better, but that just kills it for me. And
yeah. I agree. The hyper realism was just kind of strange, just especially with this version of Broly, right? Like, I can see them, going that direction for maybe like Z Broly, just because I feel like he's more maniacal and evil, whereas this Broly is not really a bad person. I know he kind of loses control, but like, just a strange choice for him to do this. I will admit, it's different than the average Broly figure, but I just don't think it lands that well for someone like me personally, at least, where I like it. The more anime style my figure is, the better, because it's probably gonna look more like the source material. And I watch Dragon Ball because I like the way it looks. That's a big reason. If I had to be specific, I would put the last one prize in 8th place, because I think it's a pretty lazy last one prize, because it's the same exact figure, they just made Ba's ear glossy. Like, the heck is that?
I would put that in 8th place. That's like some Android 16 stuff we just talked about in our last Kuji review. I love how the sequel to the series, History of the Film, they just made Broly the last one prize, but they made every other figure different. Like, yes, do that. Thank you, Bandai. But okay, we're on the same page there. Brian, who goes in 6th place then? Who goes there? So 6th place. Yes, indeed. So
you buffering? Is your brain buffering? Is smoke coming out your ears?
I had to make sure where I was going with this. So next up is gonna be, okay, another thing I need to ask you, Matt. Are we taking quality control things into effect with this set, since it was such a big thing?
Yeah. Like, Great thing to bring up. So back in a year ago, I would dock points off of my reviews for quality control issues, like if there was a bad paint job, or like a figure was leaning or something. Today, I don't really do that, because most of the time it varies. Like, for example, my Ultimate Gohan for the Superhero Kuji, he had like a little black smear on his face, like very subtle. But that wasn't something that a bunch of people were telling me about. Like, oh, my Gohan has this black thing on his face. It's happening with every single one. So it's not a big deal. I won't dock off points for that, because it's very... it differs person to person. But this set, there was a huge controversy surrounding it, because... there's a huge cock! There's controversy surrounding this set, because there was a ton of quality control issues between almost every single figure. And you see it in my reviews. If you go back and watch my reviews, almost every single review I did had some type of quality control issue associated to it. A lot of people were unhappy about that. So for this tier list, I think we do have to keep that in mind, because it was common. It was happening among almost every single figure and every person who would buy these figures. So yes, I do think we have to keep that in mind when ranking these.
So Matt, a yes or no would have done just fine. But anyway, moving on.
Oh man. Okay. All right, smartass. This guy.
Anywho, okay, so moving on.
Who is sixth place?
It's going to be yellow-haired Broly.
Okay,
Broly.
We're still on the same page here.
Okay, damn it. All right, yeah, dude, that lean, like, he was taking it back to, like, the early 2000s, like, listening to, like, early hip-hop stuff, like, you know, like, shoulder lean and shit. Like, that was his song on repeat. Like, that's what that figure reminds me of. Like, every time I see that figure, I'm just like, shoulder lean, like, every time, so. But, yeah, dude, I don't know why he was leaning like that. If he wasn't leaning like that, because I love the little detail you talked about in your review about how, like, his hair is a little more fuller because he doesn't have that, like, ring around his head.
Yeah.
And, you're just salty that I attacked you. You know, they're just stewing like, oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm getting him by the end of this video. But,
these are no longer tier list videos. It's just me and Brian roasting each other.
Yeah, literally. This is just an excuse.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, him leaning like that is just a big no for me. Like, it was so hard not to focus on that. Like when you look at him, you're just like, bro. Like, is your leg broken? Or, like, is it like a pelvis thing? You got a weird spine? Like, what's going on? Like, homie got scoliosis or something.
And you know, to this day, he's still leaning. I know a lot of people will say that an easy fix is, like, you can put a penny under the support, or you can boil hot water and then, you know, put the figure's legs there for, like, a few seconds and then, like, kind of bend it into place back on the stand. But I don't want to risk damaging the figure, so I'm not gonna do that. I just kind of live with it. But yeah, it was really disappointing after I put him up. Like, wow, he's pretty noticeably leaning. Like, he's not like leaning like the frickin' Super Saiyan Solid Edge Works Vegeta that I did, you know,
or like Goku, where he's like pulling his like thing, you know,
he's like falling over. Yeah,
he's like doing this.
but it is noticeable. And a little disappointing. He also has, like, mine had his teeth, like, chipped with the paint. So it looked like he was missing a tooth, which is also kind of frustrating.
I mean, you can chalk it up as battle damage, but nah.
Yeah, I guess, but, like, did he ever lose his teeth when fighting Goten and Trunks? I don't think so.
I don't think so. It was Videl, bro. She fucking just...
Oh, it was Videl, yeah. Videl clocked him. Yeah. I love this Broly. I love the detail of, like, the scar from his first fight with Goku on his stomach and everything, and just having this version of Broly in like as a Master Lees is super cool. But he just has so many issues that I think that sixth place is probably a good spot for him. All right, moving on. Let's see if we're still on the same brainwaves, Brian. Is that right?
I ain't gonna attack you this time. I ain't gonna attack. Wavelength? Is that what you're looking for?
Wavelength. Yeah, that word.
Yeah, I got you.
I know words.
Words! Hard! English! Anyway, next up on the list for me is Golden Frieza.
We're still together, bro. We're on the same page. We're like, we're not yin and yang. We're yang and yang. Hello? Alright, Brian, what?
Okay, so his funky ass sneaky eye is just like in the review for your figure, dude. Like his eye, like just like it looked like he was thinking a little too hard on that right side. If you know what I'm saying? Like he was just like, homie was like he was using that right side of his brain hard. Like
he was working on his Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson impression.
Yeah, for real, dude. The what?
The eyebrow raise?
I get it.
The eyebrow raise.
The fucking I get it. Okay.
The smolder.
So, but yeah, I definitely feel like, I mean, it's redeemable with some of the angles, but definitely like his eye being like the straight angle, the most important one. Like if you're gonna like display him just straight ahead, his eye is out of frame, and that's such a big takeaway. Like I almost put him in sixth place, but like Broly's chipped tooth and him leaning all at the same time, I feel like Frieza's little funky eye is not as bad as that.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Agreed.
So,
it's not super distracting, right? And,
yeah, because I mean, if you're looking at him as a whole at a distance, the eye thing really isn't that big of a deal. But if you're like up close and admiring him, yeah, you're gonna notice that shit. But if we're being like, honestly, I'm being real nitpicky about shit because I mean, I kind of figured
it's a good set.
Yeah, I mean the figure looks really good. Like I love the way he looks. Like I like the glossiness of him. That they went and with the purple bits. Like his hands and his face parts have actual shading. You didn't mention that in your video, but I noticed.
Yeah. I missed it.
I'm just saying that because you mentioned it when we were rewatching them.
Matt sucked back then. We're just talking about.
But yeah. So what are your thoughts, brother? I'll shut up.
I mean, yeah, I totally
awesome,
agree.
Bro, that's awesome. Moving on.
Listen, I brought you into this world. I could take you out of it. I'm editing Matt. Cut out Brian's audio for the next 10 seconds, no matter what he says. All right, so. Yeah, I love this figure. I think it's super cool. A lot of people are ragging on it. I do agree that the eye thing is a little disappointing and distracting. It's not even a QC issue because I think it's just like, hey, here's the prototype in production, and then the real thing kind of ended up not as good as the prototype, which that kind of sucks. But I love Frieza. I go back and forth between Frieza and Boo as my favorite villains. I think Frieza, especially with the latest manga chapter, go read the manga, really solidified himself as like just the best freaking Dragon Ball villain, one of the best anime villains in general. So I was just really happy to get a Golden Frieza, and everything else about the figure is awesome. The size, the build, the sculpt, the glossy finish to his glow, because he's supposed to be like super shiny in this form. Yeah, it's just really that eye, right?
He was number one!
Yeah, it was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number one!
I've been waiting to say that anyway.
But yeah, I think 5th place is a fair spot for Golden Frieza in this set.
All right.
Number 4. Brother. We're getting close to the top 3, but we're not quite there yet.
All right.
I think we might split here. We might.
You think this is where we're gonna, as I've mentioned before, we're gonna fork ways?
I think we're going to fork.
I'm going
to spoon, and you will fork now.
How dare! The forking is upon us, brother. Okay, so 3rd place. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Vegeta.
4th place for Vegeta. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I'm happy to say that we are still on the same page.
I just hit my wall. I just headbutted my wall. That was being exaggerated, but it's fine. My cranium is made of steel.
Yeah. Let me just say, I think I still love this figure. I still think this is my favorite Vegeta figure in my collection. I think it is kind of slept on. It has a lot of muted colors, so I can see why it doesn't jump out at you. But
relatable.
I mean, what?
You said you had editing Matt mute me, so I said relatable.
Oh, okay.
You said muted colors, so.
Boo! You stink!
Yeah, I love God Vegeta. I love him in this form. I love the fight that he was in with Broly. So just getting that moment of him saying this is stupid and just blasting Broly to kill him was awesome. And I think the figure just looks really good. It has that one QC issue that's under his armpit, but it's under his armpit, so you can't really see it unless you look for it. So not that big of a deal. One of the lesser QC issues in this set. I think the size is good. I agree. Yeah, I just really like the figure. I think there's nothing really bad about it. I just think the other 3 are probably a lot better, but that's my thoughts on Vegeta. Anything to add there, Mr. Brahissimo Colissimo?
Yeah, I like how you try to say that stutter. You're like, I'm gonna think of a quick, witty name.
Are you making fun of my speech impediment?
Fuck yeah, I am. Next one. Here we go. Here we go, y'all.
It's my buffer in conversations. So anything to add on Vegeta there?
No, sir. I believe we are ready to move on to our number 3rd pick. Yes, I said it that way. We're going to deal with it.
Number 3rd.
Yes. All right. Our number 3 pick is going to be Blue Hair Broly.
Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree.
I can already tell we're about to 100% agree on this whole.
We're on the same page. Can you believe it?
We're on the same wavelength, brother. We're on the same wavelength. It's wavelength.
World peace has been achieved. you can all go back to your regular lives and not have to worry about anything bad and ever happening again. Because we're on the same page on this Dragon Ball toy tier list. Why?
Action figures.
Now, Brian, why the huge, like, 6th place to 3rd place with essentially the same figure, right? Like,
okay, well, see, hear me out, Matt. Okay, if you don't, shush. Okay, so blue hair, Broly. He has the bandana on his head. He has blue hair. That's badass. Like, I remember when I first saw. Okay, on a serious note though, like when I first saw this form, dude, like. Blue hair. He was the original Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God.
Super Saiyan Blue, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the OG one, and I just put that together. But dude, like that's so cool. Like, and especially like the pose that he was in, like over the lake and shit. Like that was such a cool moment. I like that he still has his bandana on. This one didn't really have a lot of Q&A. Quality issues. It's like, you know,
I shouldn't answer.
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn it. It looks really good. Like it stood up straight. You know, I don't remember it having a lot of issues. So really, I feel like it would be kind of criminal to like put it any lower than 3rd. Honestly,
I agree. Yeah, it's a unique form. Cool, really iconic look for Broly. And unlike the Super Saiyan 1. I did not find any issues with mine. I'm sure some people might still have that leaning problem. I think I saw it was like one or the other. Someone's like, one of my Brolys was leaning. Mine thankfully did not, and I'm really happy that we were able to get this Broly as a master release, just because, like you said, yeah, he was the first Saiyan to have this blue hair thing going on as a Super Saiyan, the corrupted or mind-controlled Super Saiyan from Paragus. So I think it's an incredible figure. It has tan skin compared to the other one who has a lighter shade of skin, which is cool.
Well, I mean, you can understand. Homie did hit the sun, so he got a little sun. You know, he got a little tan while he was up there. You know what I'm saying?
I really do like. I really do like that. They did this one justice. So really happy with this Broly. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're on the same page, so I'm just gonna
I'll let you. Yeah, I was like, you take.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Gogeta
we disagree. No, I'm just talking with you.
Get out of here. I would tell you were wrong.
I can't wait to see your reaction.
You are objectively wrong. We will get to number 1 in a second, and everyone in the comment section knows that he deserves to be there. He won my top 10 of the year last year. Anyways, Gogeta. This figure is slept on. Mm-hmm. So slept on. Like, I remember people were like, oh, another Gogeta. I'm like, yeah, but like, it looks really freaking good. And I gave it a 6 out of 7 in my original review. It deserves a 7. It has only gotten better the more that I've looked at it. It's flabbergasted me, Brian. I can't even speak anymore. The fact that they even got the detail where like one half of his face is Goku and the other is Vegeta, just like in the frickin' movie, is chef's kiss to me. I think the only reason I docked points was that little glue mark on his jacket, which, let's be real, it's not that noticeable. I think I was just trying to get on my high horse and be like,
well, because it has some glue on it, you gotta dock points. Like,
shut up, Matt. Like, this is an incredible Gogeta figure. Strong contender for one of my. He's like my second favorite Gogeta figure, probably. I love this figure so much.
I like the Halo too. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That was weird.
We're a little too close on those wavelengths, bro. Yeah. Anything to add on him?
The Halo, man.
It's there.
The Halo. I love that. That looks so cool. And if I were to be real nitpicky, I wish his face would have been a little more serious, like the pose that they're taking this shot from. But I still like the smug look that he has. It still looks good in my opinion. All around, great figure. I think even without the little, stain on his jacket, I think it would, it could potentially be even better. But there's no way it could be cooler. Like, let's be real, guys. Let's just go ahead.
Oh yeah. We'll get into it. Cooler is just incredible,
dude. how much is this figure going for, Matt? Editing Matt, go ahead and throw it up for us. Making you do stuff.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, when I reviewed it, he was going for like $400 on eBay.
Yeah,
So,
I bet it's way more than that now. All right, let's go ahead and speculate, because editing Matt will know what's going on.
I don't know. I think he's probably held that $300 to $400 range. I think he's still there.
I bet he's at like $700.
Dang.
That's my guess.
That would be insane. I
don't
know.
Be surprised, dude. Look at the figure. Let's talk about it. Like, dude, would you? Okay, so you're telling me you wouldn't pay that for this cooler? Turn around and look at it right now. Turn around and look at it. Look at it, mister!
He is pretty freaking incredible, man. Like, he won my top 10 figures last year for a reason. Just everything about him is incredible. Like,
the size,
the size, the quality, the paint, the shading, like holy cow, man! They were on something when they made him, because it was some good stuff that I would like them to share with me right now, because holy cow, word vomit.
No, like, you can't make fun of yourself. That's my job. No,
like he's so good, dude. Like, no one will fight you if you say, like, not only is this like the best in the set, it's the best cooler figure ever.
I mean, we still got some. We got some to review here coming out soon.
Yeah, there's 2 more coming. But are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, we already know they're not better than.
I don't think they're gonna
be
better than this. Like,
waterfall cooler, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's his most iconic look and form.
He looks
just
so badass,
huge, menacing. Yeah, it's just everything about him is absolute perfection. He's a must-have for any collector. He makes every other figure in this set look like a 2 out of 7. Like, that's how good it is. Just so in a league of its own.
Honestly.
Yeah, so
he definitely deserves it. Like, dude, his whole, like, the amount of detail they went into this guy, and like I've already mentioned when we started talking about it, like, his size is incredible. Like, where was this with 16? Like,
yeah,
you know, like, they're
he's a
able
master
to
lease
do
extra.
It. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he deserves it. Like, he's honestly one of the best looking figures I think I've seen you review, honestly. Yeah, and that says a lot, because you've done a lot of figures. And
thanks, man.
No problem. I mean, it's definitely a badass figure, man. Like, if I had I would honestly consider picking it up myself, and I'm not even that big of like a figure guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's an amazing piece. So glad that I got it for the price that I did too.
Yeah, you said $90.
I paid $90 for it.
Damn, dude. People in the comments right now, I can't believe you're telling us this right now. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I was so happy with him, and still am. And I think there's really not much else we can say about him. So that's our tier list, guys. It's really funny that me and Brian are on the same page for once for every single figure. But,
I tried my best not to be, but
freaking contrarian over here.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think?
I'm just joking.
We'll work on your linguistics. But what do you guys think in the comment section? You heard me. What do you guys think in the comment section down below? What's your tier list for this set? Please let us know your 8th to 1st place. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Subscribe to Brian's channel. He opens up Dragon Ball cards over there, and it's usually really entertaining, but sometimes it's so cringe that it makes my eyes bleed. And we will see you.
He's not lying.
We will see you. Oh wait. What would
we gotta rank this? We gotta rank the
set. Yeah. It's really hard to rate this set.
Yeah,
because it has a lot of potential, and I think it kind of crawled so that history of the film could sprint.
Okay, let's take the quality control stuff out of account here.
Okay.
If, say, every figure was perfect, no blemishes, no jizz stains, no derpy eyes, no fucking leaning really hard, like from all the lean from the party last night. Like, okay, what do you rank this figure, Matt? I'm gonna count down to 3. First thing that comes to your head. 3, 2,
6.
1. Okay,
6.
I wasn't done counting, but you got it. That's all right. You're a Dragon Ball fan, so we'll accept it. I'm gonna give it. I'm also gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 5 actually, because there's way too many Broly's.
Yeah, so
1,
that's
2, 3, 4 Broly's, and 1, 2, 3, 4 other characters.
Half the set is Broly.
So 5 for me, guys. Drop a comment down below. I was buffering there for a second. Sorry. And let us know what you guys think as well. Tell Matt how wrong he is, and tell him how awesome I am. Subscribe to his channel, because I know you guys want to see more videos like this down in the future. I was getting ahead of myself. Drop a like down below so my stupid face will show up again. Go subscribe to my channel, I suppose, if you want to, because I got some great shit coming out there. But have a great day, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Bye, guys.
You like how I just swooped in and just stole your thunder there?
Yeah, and you know what, Brian? You are awesome, but maybe it's better to be handsome than awesome, I guess. All right, bye, guys. See you later.
Oh my god, I wish I stopped recording.